Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly focus for April the 22nd through to the 28th, 2019. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and there's proof that I don't edit. I just hit record and start once I'm ready. So let's turn to the cards. And we have the Eight of Wands. Well, this is about expanding your horizons. This is about expecting more, seeing a bigger picture, understanding that maybe you have been settling for instead of dreaming of. This shows a lot of different opportunities coming in. This could be a week where you're offered something, an opportunity, a door opens for you. Maybe a window just opens a crack, but you see it. You act upon it, or you at least contemplate it. This could be dreams. This could be a small lottery win, if that's what you need. It could be, if you need more time or you need more resources or you need more energy, that somehow these kind of things will help you, will show up for you, will be present for you in order for you to go forward. And there's a lot of opportunity on the horizon for you. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping, absolutely. Where your thoughts go, where you're dreaming, and the potential of what you are dreaming. And if you can broaden those horizons or stretch that opportunity into a wider scope, that there's more to it than what you're asking for at the present time, and you need to grow it. So it's very much about the empowerment of your words to yourself, to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Maybe you are trying to sell a vision to somebody, and if that's the case, you really need to expand that vision and empowerment of the vision, the empowerment of the vision. King of Swords. Watch our words. They could be very blunt. In our day-to-day routines, we could just be a little blunt. We could be, it could be that you get hyper-focused. Nothing's going to deter you. Nothing's going to sway you. You're not going to allow anything to get in your way. And so sometimes we can be a little abrupt. We can offend without realizing it. We can step on toes quite easily, ruffle feathers definitely. And we can even burn a bridge or two. So, but we're very focused on moving forward this week. We are very focused on where we want to go, who we want to become. The King of Swords, he is a powerful visionary. So it's the expansion of your vision of your tomorrow. It's so much more than you're selling yourself short in your dreams in some way, or you have, I don't know, put it in a box. You've put limits on it. It's very tangible at this point in time. You need to make it almost intangible. And it's taking the impossible and making it possible. Pay attention to your thoughts. Write down your ideas. Where you are creative, where you can express yourself in some way. So your self-expression. Maybe writing it out. Maybe just bullet points. Couple of words to spur your imagination even further. The Ace of Pentacles. Now, whenever an ace appears in a reading, it usually symbolizes a path that you are going to step into. This card is very popular lately, isn't it? It has been all year, actually. It's been one of the cards that show up the most often. So expect something to come your way. Absolutely. Something to come your way to really move you forward to that goal, that dream, that desire where you are trying to move yourself forward in some way. You might get an interview out of the blue, a chance meeting with somebody to move you forward, to give you an opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles is about abundance. It's also about firm foundations, bringing in balance, so that you can go forward, so that you can uh, put your energy into where you are working towards. Now the King of Swords, and then the Ace of Pentacles laying on top of the King of Swords. The more you believe in a dream, a possibility of your tomorrow, the more energy you put towards your actual belief that you've got this, that you can do this. So I would really be looking at positive self-talk this week for myself. I can do this. I've got the talent. I've got the ability. I've got the support. I've got the audience. I've got the environment. I've got, and list them. Realize the capabilities that are already in front of you. And that will spur you into what you still do need. It will point out the obvious, and then maybe that's where the expansion of the path comes in a little bit more clearer to you. And once you it's uncover, I see a rock moving. Once you uncover that, something shows up out of the blue to really move you into the starting point. So, and you might not realize that it's happened already after this week passed, but it has. So it might not be overly obvious to you, but the energy is there to really bring in something to move you forward. So pay attention to something new or unusual that happens in your path, because it could very well be moving you forward in the direction that you want to go, or where the abundance clearly lays. We have Temperance. Now, Temperance is all about balance. Temperance is simplifying, knowing exactly what you need. Too much is too much, too little is too little. And where that fine line is, where that balance is. So sometimes working harder isn't working smarter. So where you need to maybe back it up a little bit in your plan and seeing where you can delegate something perhaps, or you don't really need to do those things in order to, I would think this is more job, more career, or maybe something that you do within the community. And something really opens up for you there. There's a certain amount of aggression that you have to have this week, and I think you will naturally have this week. But it's very, it's like a raw energy. So you really want to move forward. You want to move forward in a certain direction, but there's just too much in there. I know on one end I'm telling you to expand, and on the other end I'm telling you there needs to be simplification. You're putting in energy or time or resources into an area that really isn't going to pay the return, and your focus is going to shift in some way. So pay attention to those shifts. because that is where, when you put your energy or your time or your resources, you're really going to see a great difference in your life, in your goals actually happening, in hitting your goals, surpassing your goals. We have the Eight of Wands there as the beginning card, so surpassing your goal. The Eight of Swords. Now this is in relationships. This is in yeah, this is relationships, whether it's platonic or love relationships, family, best friends. I've kind of, for all the readings, kind of got this, usually it's how we perceive others and treat others. But this week I'm really getting this internal. You get this aha moment, where you thought a relationship had to be a certain way. Your values, or something is really going to change, in your viewpoint of relationships, maybe your role within the relationship, what you stand for within the relationship, your strength within the relationship, the expansion of that relationship in some way. Now, if you're not in a relationship, there could be a beautiful relationship just come out seemingly out of nowhere. That could be the Ace of Pentacles. There's some kind of good luck coming for you anyways, because the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles are right there, together. So yeah, a small lottery win, or you find some money, or you get this little treasure that you unexpectedly, somebody gives you a gift, and those gifts could be words. Don't get me wrong, somebody puts you on the right path. But back to relationships and the Eight of Swords there. You've had the answer inside of you all along. Something could happen within a relationship this week where it goes against your definition of values, or um, it calls you out in some way. And this is where your inner truth can really come out this week. And we may not like that inner truth coming out, but it is some sort of cleansing, that will ultimately bring in a beautiful healing and make you as strong and viable and sensual and romantic and I got lustful as you need and want to be within a relationship. And it's expanding those horizons within the relationship. So maybe the relationship has gotten too comfortable, and so we need to stretch it a little bit. And how we stretch it, it really has to form into your values, your beliefs, what makes you you, and your voice within the relationship. And you've always had this power inside of you, but perhaps for some reason it's like the blindfold somehow gets ripped off this week, and you see things under a new light. Our final card is the Three of Swords. There's a lot of healing, cleansing. I don't get this as a worrisome card, although it's right under the King of Swords. So I will tell you that, if we're just a little bit too hasty with our words or our actions, if we don't think it through, if we don't count to 10, if we say something out of turn, then sometimes we can't take words back, and sometimes we can't take actions back. And that, with this card underneath it could definitely cause to heartache, to loss that didn't need to be there. So, and I always give the cards, as I know I'm a very positive person, but you need to have that warning there. You need to think about what you were saying and how you were saying it and why you were saying it. It's so vitally important, because the King of Swords, we want what we want, what we want, and nothing's going to stand in our way. And so sometimes we're a little bit more rash with expressing ourselves And this is not a week for rashness. So think about what you're going to say. Be the true king and think through exactly how you are going to go forward in a conversation, in a communication. But as I was following the train of thought from the Eight of Swords, and this being the next card, there is immense healing that can happen. Okay? You lay underneath that, and these beams of sunlight, of divine light. Where that heart is pierced also comes the true healing. So allow the healing, allow the transformation, allow the death of a pain, and replace it with healing, loving energy. And have an empathy and a compassion for yourself this week. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.